Israelite foreigners, right? Because that provoked who to jealousy? The Jews in the Holy Land. You see? Go ahead.
Now, if the fall of them be the riches of the world, then the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much more their fullness?
Alright, so that's the point. So I wanted to get this shit at Alright, Ezekiel 32, Ezekiel 32 verse 7, 33 verse 7, Salakia says, so thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word out of my mouth and warn them from me. So that's what I was going into with the counsel of the Lord, as we're his men. We're giving you warning from the Lord. Hey, if you don't take the message, fine. Okay? Who cares? As long as we got the blood off our hands, it's cool, man. As long as we doing what the Lord told us to do, go prophesy to the people and to the nation, tell them what's at hand, then our job is done. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
And that's going to be the sentiment when the time comes, those 5 wise virgins and those 5 foolish virgins, all right? We ain't going to have time to break the whole mystery down to you, Jake. You got the time right now to get it. If you have questions in that day, they're not going to be answered.
Yeah.
And while you seeking them, the Yahweh Shai going to come and you're going to get left, man. So get it while you can.
It says, when I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die. Because in the day that's coming, when turmoil hit America, ain't gonna be you ain't gonna hear no ambulance sirens like that, man. You know? Why? Because these different nurses and doctors, the police force, they gonna be out there trying to protect and feed their own family from the things that's going on here out in the earth, man. You know? So why they gonna be looking to cater to other civilians, right? Or citizens, if you will, when they gotta take care of their own household?
Now there will be some similitude of a normal society, because it says, as it was in the days of Noah. So amongst them that took the chip, they're gonna be life as normal, man. You know? But among you black, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're gonna be a part of that.
Yeah, until crunch time. You know what I'm saying? Until crunch time.
Until the construction time. Right.
I still got the sirens to cut me off. It says, when I said to the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou doest not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity. For his blood will I require at thine hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou may deliver thy soul.
Yeah, so hey, that's the point, man. We gotta be out here warning you, man, so that we can wash the blood off our hands. Because if we know that we don't warn you, that's out here walking around the streets, and even our brothers in this truth, you know, if we don't warn you to repent from those ways, then your blood will be required at our hands, man. So what we doing? We are on the highways and byways showing our people their transgression so that they may turn from it while they have the opportunity.
Right, brother. That's right. Isaiah 58:1. All right. Isaiah 58:1. Cry loud. 18. 48. Bro, I want you to kind of start following along with us so you can get an understanding of your scriptures, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're breaking it down so you can know how to break it down properly. Not fully right.
Isaiah 58 and 1. Cry aloud, fear not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, in the house of Jacob their sin.
See? So we're supposed to show our people where they're going off at, where they're sinning against the Lord at, where they're offending Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
Right.
Okay? So ultimately they can turn back from it. You know? Now you ones that's going to continue in your wickedness, hey, that's on you. You're going to be destroyed. But as long as we tell you to let it be clear that, hey, the Heavenly Father requires this of you. The Heavenly Father does not deal with homosexuality, lesbianism, you eating pork, worshiping other idols, and all that madness that you into, man. The Lord ain't dealing with that, man. Go ahead. Because Jesus, white Jesus, Cesare Borgia is dealing with that madness. Christianity is dealing with that. You see? Pentecostal, Baptist, Jehovah's Witness, all them religions of madness, they deal with that. But not the Lord God of Israel, man. Not the Lord of the Holy Bible, man. You people don't know the God of the Bible, man. You think you know, but you don't know. Because if you knew, you wouldn't be doing all this folly that you into today, man.
Right. You would actually have a fear for him, and you know that he was a terrible power who executes justice ruthlessly, man.
Yeah. You would fear the Lord instead of doing all this wickedness and madness, man. Right. But guess what? The Lord got the last laugh, man. He got the last laugh. You see? Hey, you ain't gonna get away with none of the actions that you're doing, man. You see?
Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my way. This is what you want, right?
No, we done on that. We done on that. All right.
Well, that's what we should be doing. Seeking the Most High daily, delighting to know His ways, so that you may be saved. You know.
Yep. So let's switch gears. Let's get Revelation 7. I think we're gonna begin with Revelation 7, or we want to start at the new song. Revelation 7 or 5? Okay. 5 and 9. I believe it's 9.
Alright. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 9. Right. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us unto the Most High by thy blood, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. And has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. So that's the point. You know, people will read this and lean unto their own understanding and not look at the actual word. Thou hast redeemed us out of every kindred and nation and tongue. Not redeemed every kindred, nation, and tongue, because the Israelites were scattered into all the four corners of the earth.
Yeah, get Revelation 14 now. So who's singing this new song? The Israelites. Not only the elected Israel gonna get the song and sing this song, man. Right? You know? Because to the rest of Israel, they rather listen to some damn little Uzi Vert, right? Or some 6ix9ine or something. See? They ain't vibing in this new song.
Right.
See?
Better is, like the scriptures say, better is it to hear the rebuke of the wise than the song of fools, man. You know, but they don't want it, they hate it if the rebuke in the gate. They're gonna pay a heavy judgment for that.
Right, and don't get it confused. When they say out of the blood, out of every tongue, out of kindred and tongue and people, nation, it's talking about all the Israelites, right? It's talking about the Israelites that's spoken of, that was scattered amongst those people, man. Right. The scattered Israelites, man.
All right. So this is the book of Revelation 14 and 3. And they sung, as it were, a new song.
You know what? Start at 1, bro.
And 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Pause. Read that part again, brother. Good job, bro.
Revelation 14 and 1. And behold, I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their forehead.
Now let's see who's those 144,000 people are, okay? Revelation 7 and 1. And after these things, I saw the 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Now this is the 4 angels holding back the destruction that's going to come upon this place, right? It says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, so we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. So the only people that can sing that new song is the 144,000 of the children of Israel. The Continuing on. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. So-called Negroes, or the so-called blacks, the so-called African Americans, which you call, or which you are now called today. The tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. The Reubenites, the so-called Seminole Indians. The tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. The so-called Native Americans. The tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. Who's Asher? Oh, you so-called Colombians and the Uruguayans today. To the Uruguayans. The tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12,000, right? And that's you Argentinians to the Chileans, right? Said the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000. That's you Cubans. The tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000. Them is you Dominicans. The tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000. Them is you Haitians, so-called Haitians today. The tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000, right? That's you so-called Mexicans. The tribe of Zebulon were sealed 12,000. That's the Guatemalans, the Panamanians. The tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000. And that is Ephraim, right? Yeah, Ephraim. Ephraimites, the Puerto Ricans, right? It says, and of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000. That's you brothers and sisters from the West Indies, the islands, man. Okay? And speaking of all you, and also you scattered Israelites that's a part of that lineage scattered throughout the earth that look like other nations. Okay? Don't get confused with skin color. Okay? Don't get confused with what tongue you speak or what land you were born in. Okay? It's all about that seed, man. Okay?
And seeing is how we're looking for the elect. It's all about this new song resonating with your spirit.
That's a beautiful point, brother. Beautiful point. So, I'm going to finish verse 9. It says, and after this I beheld, lo, a great number, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne, and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. And this is talking about the rest of the scattered Israelites. So this ain't talking about the other nations. One third, you know. It just consists of, you know, the believers, right? The friends of the prophets, their family, okay? That's what we're speaking of, man. It ain't talking about you other nations, man. It's talking about you Israelites out of all those other nations that speak those different tongues of the other nations, so forth and so on. Okay? Verse 10, and then you go back to the point, it says, and cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. See? So that's the point on that. So, that 144,000 learning that new song, 12 tribes of the children of Israel. There you go.
Right. The book of Revelation, chapter 6, in verse 5.
I thought you got 14 on it.
You got me holding that too. 14, in verse 2. So I started 1 again. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him in 144,000, having his father's name written in their forehead. And I heard a voice from heaven. It's the voice of many waters, and it's the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne and before the 4 beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth.
Right. Go ahead, bro.
The children of Israel. The true children of Israel. That's why you see this right here. That's a false image of who the world calls Jesus Christ. I see you shaking your head. You already know about this? Cool. That's a more accurate depiction. But yeah, man, you know, this is for the 144,000 elect from each tribe of the children of Israel. The so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans make up the bulk of the children of Israel. There are the confusion scattered into the other nations that will look like the other nations.
Yep.
So this ain't a black, white, color type of thing, you got to be directly from one of these. If this resonates with your spirit, and you are one of the children of Israel.
All right, I got Psalms 96:1. It says, "Oh, sing it to Yahweh a new song. Sing it to Yahweh all the earth. Sing it to Yahweh, bless his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all people." See? And we singing that song, man. We sing that song even when we doing the work. Our personal private lessons, man. Because the new song is his truth, man. Okay? The new song is his truth. Which only can be attained, right? By the 144,000. That's it.
Right.
Okay?
Only the elect. Only the elect are going to know this. The Most High didn't give it to you, you're not going to understand precept number 1. Go ahead, bro.
All right, so we got 2nd Ezra 2 verse 38. It says, "Arise up and stand. Behold, the number of those that be still in the feast of the Lord." And that's that elect, man. Hey, and what did the Lord say? Hey, bid them to the marriage that they may come in. You see? That's what we're doing on the highways and byways, man. Hey, can you get that, bro? Is it Luke 14:23? No, that's yeah, I think it's Luke 14:23. Maybe. And let's go to the highways and byways. 14:23. That it. Go ahead.
Luke 14:23. And the Lord said unto the servant, "Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. For I say unto you, that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper." We'll keep reading. "And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, If any man come to me, and hate not his father and mother, and wife and children, and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, cannot be my disciple. And whosoever does not bear his cross and come after me, cannot be my disciple. So which of you intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Lest happening, after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all they behold and begin to mock him, saying, This man began to build and was not able to finish.
Yeah, but the point, like the brother was going into, what did it say? When he bidded them, when they rested and come, because when you go into the beginning of that, a lot of them was bidded, but they made excuses. You see? They made different excuses why they didn't want to come.
Yeah, right here. And sent his servant at supper time to say to them,
16.
Hey, this is Luke 14 and 15. And when one of them sat at the meat with him, and when one of them that sat at the meat with him heard these things, he said unto him, Blessed is he that shall eat the bread. I messed up. Blessed is he that shall eat bread in the kingdom of the Most High. Then he said unto him, A certain man made a supper and bade many.
Right, see? Certain man made a supper and bade many, man. And right now, this is the Lord's meal. Okay, make it plain upon the tables, man. This is the oil, this is the wine. For our people to eat, man.
Right.
Okay.
Many are called, but few are chosen, man.
And a lot of our people don't what? They don't want to taste this good supper. They rather keep eating that GMO food from Giant Eagle, or wherever you get it from, or going down the street to McDonald's, eat them Big Macs.
Right. And that's the point too, though, man, because this also goes for the brothers in the truth, man.
Yeah.
Because it says, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure.
You still holding that 14, right?
Yeah, I'm still holding it because because you was called into this thing, you still gotta endure, man. He that endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
That's right, bro.
Right. And you have a greater condemnation once you come in and fall out. Take your hand off that plow. Because all the righteousness you did would not be remembered by the Most High, man.
Yep. All right, so I backed it up, right? I got Proverbs 9 and 4. It says, I'll start at 4 says, Whoso is simple, let him turn and hither. As for him that wanted understanding, she saith to him.